Hey everyone, thanks very much for joining me on this live stream. We're going to be taking a look at the charts again. For those that are familiar with the video yesterday, we had a look to see exactly where silver was and where it ended up. So we're going to take another look today just to see how things worked out. So I hope you will join me on that and we'll have a quick discussion. We probably won't stream long, but we'll see how we go. Isaac, how are you doing, Isaac? Thanks for joining me on this video. Did you watch yesterday's video by some chance? If you're new to the channel out there, please hit the subscribe button, please like as well, and you're welcome to add your comments down in the live chat. Okay, Isaac, you said you're doing good. Okay, awesome. We've got Stephen Heath here as well. Afternoon, how are you doing? Oh, yeah, okay, no, you haven't had it yet. Were you tracking silver yesterday? Sorry about the noise in the back. Hey, Stephen, are you keeping well? Let's see, we're up to 3. What did you think of the rally yesterday? I think we ended on about, I think it was about 43 cents. We ended on 15.40, I believe, which I thought was very interesting. My silver came today, so I'm very happy. Okay, awesome, man. What did you end up getting, by the way, Stephen? What did you pick up? You can give me the breakdown. Okay, as you can see, the current price of silver is 15.29.4 currently, for those listening. This is the silver price graph. Yeah, that's right. They're correct. We are tracking this live currently at the minute. So this is the silver price graph that we're looking at here. Chart. There was a sell-off I predicted yesterday. I think I said there was support was about 15.20. We actually broke through the 15.30, and sorry, apologies. I think I said the 15.30, which was around here, and with 15.20 as well, that got broke, but unfortunately it didn't last long. It was a big sell-off all the way down here, down to about 15.14. And then it was pulled back by the buyers in the market back up to 15.20. The next candle, and let me just zoom out here so we can see. Okay, sorry. Yeah, we're on the hourly. We're on the hourly currently at the minute, so we're going to take another look here. So, obviously on the hourly. Okay, so that was 7 a.m. this morning. That was 8 a.m. That's when that candle there ended up. The buyers came back into the market, pushed the price back up to about 15.30. And then we had a bit of a sell-off again. But interesting to see how we ended up here. And so the 21st at 2 a.m. pretty much at the end of the day. We ended. Apologies for the noise in the background. I live on a farm here, so it's there's birds, there's donkeys, there's sheep outside. It's absolutely mad today. Well, it seems like it's going back to the AM prices. Well, funny enough, initially when I saw this dump over here, I thought, it looks like it's going back on the gains. So that's pretty much where it all started, about 48 hours ago. And I was thinking, I hope we don't reverse all of these gains. And what we're seeing is some consolidation here, which is good. So we're currently at the 15.30 mark. The high for the day was. Okay, that's on there. We'll see the daily. Let's see what the high for the day was. Some awesome candles there on the daily, and then just that one from today, which was more a sell-off. The high on the day was 15.55. Damn, we came close. Jeez, and that's pretty much where the sellers came in and immediately started selling. Sorry, Stephen says he's got the 10-ounce Queen Beast Bull and a tube of 2015 Britannias, my monster box. That sounds great, buddy. Did you get them on some sort of special deal? Let me know. Just the 2015 is a bit of an odd year, or was it any year? Okay, we can see there the price as well, the low of for the day was 15.16, so it did retrace back quite a bit, but the buys are back in. So interesting to see where we're going to end up. We're going to go into the 4 hourly. Okay, the 4 hourly candle. We've still got 2 hours left. Price currently 15.29. Just for those listening, we have a red candle currently with a big wick on the bottom. So 15.19 was the low for the day. Sorry, beg your pardon, 15.16. There was some buying, but again, it just seems the majority today. We're seeing a lot of selling and a bit of consolidation. So we're going to see how things end here. There's the pattern on a close-up. Going to go into the, let's go on the 30 minutes. Let's see exactly how things are going here. Okay, so not too bad. So that was the big sell-off that we had here. It looks like it was a couple of hours worth just in the red, and then we've had some green, red, green, green, red, green, 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 red, 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 green, green, green. Now, interesting. Like I was saying yesterday, these candles here that have ended in the middle, those are the ones that you pretty much want to see, because that's when you've got buyers and sellers constantly. You've got the buyers and sellers currently in the market, so they're all chipping away at each other, trying to get them down. That's why if you have a look at these candles, they're big wicks on either side. That's going to be very interesting. Sucker for silver. How are you doing? Did you see the next Texas Route 66 1-ounce silver? It looks sweet. Do you collect the series? Unfortunately, you don't get those here. This side of the pond, sucker for silver. But if they were available, I probably would for sure. Shaw's Prospecting is here as well. How you doing there, Shaw? You well? Bit of a hectic day today, but look at the good volume here. We've got there's plenty of green here. I mean, look, if we have a look down this side, the volume is okay. Then we got low volume down here. That was on the 19th. So I think the volume's there. Okay, we're sitting in this odd area here, so hopefully we can. Be nice to end the day. I mean, 1540, I think that would be great. But that's got to go up by 10 cents. Oddly enough, gold has actually done better today, considering. Whereas yesterday, if you looked at the gain on gold, I think it was about $40 for gold, and then silver had roughly about 40 odd cents gain on the day. And then oddly enough, today it's gold is up, but then we would expect silver to be up as well, but silver's down, which I find very interesting. So we can see here on the 30 minute, the guys here are battling it out. Massive wicks. The volume there, 16,934, so very big. We have 29 minutes before that candle closes. We're going to go and let's see what the action is like on the 5 minute. Okay, so it looks like we got a higher momentum going on the 5 minute. That's from about 20 past 2. It looks like we've had a bit of an uptrend, considering the previous hours. Jeez, flipping adverts that keep popping up. Let's have a look at that, Shaw. Good news, sir. I am very well. I'm very good, Shaw. I really appreciate it. So you're saying invest in gold? I'm not saying anything, to be honest, Isaac. It's entirely up to yourself. But gold, obviously, if you look at whenever you see reports or whenever you look on news, the first thing they're going to talk about is gold. They're not going to talk about silver. Silver tends to play second fiddle. But look, I'm not giving advice on this channel. So, it's entirely up to you. The best thing we can do is have a look at some charts, see where things end up. I always like to diversify. I like to have a bit of everything rather than just have everything in one pot and hope for the best. So, I mean, today, it's great. My diversifying assets are balancing out nicely. So even though silver's down by 1%, all my other assets are way up. So it's great. I like a bit of everything, to be honest. If I can spread out and make money across those across those assets, and when one is up and the other's up, then I'm winning on both ends. That's the way I like to play it. The one coin collector, how are you doing, Mr. Panda? Yeah, that's sorry. Yeah, you said about me doing a review on the Panda. I'd love to, but yeah, I can't get a 19 Panda currently at the minute, so I think they're waiting for stock. My regular bullion dealer. So we'll see what happens. Italian G's here as well. He says on the next sizable dip, I'll heavily favor gold. Well, there's a lot of bullish momentum for gold currently. We're going to have a look at the gold chart in a minute. We'll see how gold is looking, but obviously gold is up currently. So what we'll do is, okay, no, we're at 1530 is where we are at on the silver. So we're going to go into gold now. We'll have a look at the gold. Okay, we're going to look at the gold chart. What do you guys think we are? Oh, nearly 1400. Yeah, I think we reached the 1400 mark today, which was great, but I was surprised. The moment we hit it, I think there must have been a degree of sell-off. It's up $10. In my eyes, if gold is up by $10, we should at least see 1 cent increase in the price of silver. That's the way I look at it. We're going to have a closer look now at the breakdown. So just under 1400, whereas yesterday I think it was 1390. We ended on. I think when we ended on the stream. Coin collector, how are you doing, my friend? Any plans for the weekend? I'm going to try and do some metal detecting this weekend if I can. We're going to see how much time we have. Mr. Doughboy 356 is here. Awesome, great to have you. Italian G. He's obviously laughing about something there. On another topic, will Bitcoin hit 10K today? And I've been watching Bitcoin as well, and we came so close. And it was 9. It ended on. I was watching the live chart. The moment it hit 9,930, there was a big sell-off. There was about a 400. Look, not a drastically big sell-off, but there was about, I think it was about a $300 drop. And then the battle started because then people were coming back in. There was a lot of people wanted to drive that price down, but there's too much bullish momentum for Bitcoin at the minute to drive prices down. And I think that is that's one asset I'm definitely watching currently, because I think if it breaks the 10 mark, it's gonna push up quickly. Okay, here we go. So gold 1397, the day's high. Let's have a look. I'm not going to go on the 5-minute. We want to see daily. Yeah, look at that. Nice green candles. Now, it's a pity we can't. I'd love to see a chart like that for silver on a consistent basis. So we had a bit of selling off, which is exactly what happened earlier on with, I think, what was it? That was earlier on in the month. And then we've got these nice, heavy green candles. There's been a bit of sell-off today by the looks of it. We're going to break it down into 4-hourly. Which will show us exactly when that sell-off was, which is probably when the silver was sold off. We got up to 11 in the chat. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Hector's Interesting Coins. How are you doing? That's a lot of sodium. How are you? And we got Pete Hansen. My old man stack gained $5,000 yesterday. Those are the sort of gains I'd love to see. $5,000. Congrats, buddy. I've got an awesome video coming out later. I've got the premiere. You just need to go into my channel. It's going to premiere at 10 p.m. my time. It's about 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's about appreciated silver. So if you go in there, set that reminder, and then I'll see you guys later for the premiere. It's about 20 minutes, 20-minute long. So we'll be able to have a bit of a chat. Let me know your thoughts, but definitely keep an eye on that video later on. But yeah, these awesome candles. We had a high here of gold at 1411, I believe. Let's check that. Yep, high of 1411, and then that's probably when the bears came in and said, no, we need to carve up some profit, and that's exactly what's happening here. But the bulls are back in force here, trying to keep that price up. So I think we'll end the day, or we'll end the week on over 1400. I think just looking at this chart. We'll have a look at the 4 hour now. There it is. So that was the sell-off earlier. Okay, that was actually 2 p.m. We'll have another look at the silver chart shortly. Okay, looks. I think that's going to end. Personally, I think that's going to end the green. We've got an hour and 52. Well, my indication wasn't bad yesterday. I think I said to you about if there was going to be a pullback, probably down to 1520. It broke through 1520 down to 1516, as low as that, before the bulls came in and pulled the price back up again to about the 1530 mark. So I was very chuffed with that. Yeah, Limey is in bog trotting country. Italian G says 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington D.C. Limey, what country are you in? Yeah, I'm in Ireland. Oh, got it. Okay, cool. Hit that like button now. Thanks very much. We got 10 in the chat. That's great. Sucker for silver, gold, silver, and Bitcoin all bullish now. Great days. Yeah, I think we're going to be in for some good stuff. You know, it's still very early days in regards to precious metals, but I think hopefully we've turned a corner now, and we won't see those low prices anymore. I'll be extremely disappointed if we return back to a $10 silver or a $12 silver. I just for me it'll be extremely bearish to head in that direction. So hopefully, with the way things are going on with the world economy these days, with the issues that we've got in the world in regards to China, Russia stockpiling gold and precious metals, and even central banks turning back to putting precious metals back in their vaults rather than US dollars. I think it's going to be good times. So let's see if we can keep that momentum going. I'm looking forward to seeing which coins are in that video. Coin Collect, I'm going to be doing the Queen's Beast separately. So these are I haven't included the Queen's Beast for that particular reason, is they are quite different. You'll see the list. You'll see the coins in there. They're pretty much your normal coins, but it was pretty amazing to see the appreciated values for resale. I was very impressed. And then in that, I've got a little something towards the end of it as well, and it's 20 minutes long, but essentially it's very interesting. I keep it going, but be sure to keep an eye on that video later on. But the preview is already there, so you just need to go into the video, click the reminder, and then I'll see you guys. It's about 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I didn't know Bitcoin was worth anything after the big drop off. Yeah, well, look, it's amazing how things turn. A lot of people tend to think Bitcoin is digital gold, but I don't think. I think it's something else. But again, the difference there with Bitcoin. There's only 21 million Bitcoin in the whole world. That's it, 21 million, and there's currently, I think they've got to a point of 17.8 is in the current circulating supply. So 17.8 million is what's there, and there's only a few million left. And once that's all gone, there's no more Bitcoin. So you can just imagine. I mean, that's the reason why I'm in Bitcoin, is I know what's coming. You know, and generally when it comes from supply and demand, you know, once there's no supply, everybody's going to want it. I mean, if you think about it, people want what they can't have. So it's going to be ballistic. How much Bitcoin is going to be worth in the near future. But again, I'm not giving anyone financial advice. You do, obviously, it's your own money. You decide. All I can say is do your research, know what you're getting into, and always, in regards to any investment, you know, go in there with money that you're prepared to lose. That is probably the best way to put it. You know, don't go in there with your weekly money and you're going, oh well, I'll cash this in next week. Go in there with money that is extra and you're prepared to lose it. That's the best way to do it. That's the best way to do it. Not good times if you're a buyer, though. Italian G says when the real move comes, it will jump fast. So look out. Yeah, well, we'll have a look at Bitcoin just out of interest. But I tell you what, when you're reaching those amounts, the daily trades, I mean, trading at the minute, it's up in the hundreds. I mean, we don't see that in gold. You know, you probably see $30-40. But when it comes to Bitcoin, you know, it's got so much potential, and the gains are so rapid that you can gain. I think today it's up to $290, up $290, and that is just the start. So once we start getting into the five figures, you're going to see those daily gains start moving up quickly, and that's probably what Italian G is referring to there. Let's say Coggins says, okay, fair enough, it should be interesting. Does Ireland have its own version of constitutional silver? It used to, Isaac. It was back before they decimalized, and the last silver coin was a 10 shilling, 83.5% silver back in 1966. But the last circulating silver coins were discontinued in the 1940s, and we've got the euro here, so it's none of it's got precious metals in it. Yeah, hey, Health Babe, how are you doing? See, Health Babe's decided to drop in there. You well? How was Health Babe doing? It's a 2019 PCGS MS69. Okay, that's awesome. The one coin collector, that's fantastic. The Health Babe just saying hello there. The one coin collector, I have a silver panda coming today and a few rolls of constitutional silver. Very nice. That's all. It's amazing. My constitutional silver, considering when I started getting into stacking, I think I only had a couple of coins, and it's grown exponentially, just in regards to what I'm holding. But anyway, let's have a look. So we're currently at $13.97. Gold is at $1,397, compared to 48 hours ago. It was at $13.45. Okay, let's see. Let's have a look at the BTC chart. BTC to USD. What do you guys think it's going to look at right now, just before it comes up on the screen? I'm very well. I'm very well, Health Babe. Decent day today. I'm happy with my gains for the day. My gains are cool, so I'm super happy. Look at that, Bitcoin back up to 9865. It was back down. I think it dropped down to about 9.7 from that sell-off. So we're going to just have a quick look. But I reckon probably by the end of the week, maybe even by the end of the day, this evening, I think we might break that 10K. We came very close. There you go. Look at that. I mean, check this out, guys. This is that's $9,500, $9,250, $9,000, and I mean, this stuff wasn't that long ago. I mean, if you think about it, that was, look at that. That was the 19th of June. It was at 19. It was at 19,000. Sorry, 19,000. It was at 9,000. So it's appreciated by $800 in a matter of 48 hours. It's absolutely mad. Obviously, I was having a look at it there, just following the trend line. Obviously, a bit of sideways trading there. This is on the 4-hourly. Yeah, that was that sell-off I was telling you about there. I think when it hit was it 9? Yeah, 9.9. It was a 9.930 or something like that. Bang! The bears just came straight in, knocked that price down. But what made me wonder was, I was like, well, it's interesting how they've come in a bit early, because they probably could have kept it going until it reached the 10K mark, but they decided to cash in early, which I thought was very interesting. Sorry, I'm just going to put that on silent. Phone keeps going. So I'm definitely watching it. Look at that. Look at that candle. No wick yet. It's at 9879. So 9,800, and let's say call it 80. 9,880 for Bitcoin. Anyway, it's up 3.6% on the day. Well, we're going to go back to silver. Oh, there we go. Let's have a look at Health Babe. Did you drop your silver yesterday? Health Babe. Yeah, that's right. I got you. Gave you a spanner. I'm a little bit slacking off. I don't understand the gold market anymore since the breakout from the resistance level a couple of days. Yeah, no, it's for me. I was adamant that once it had broken through that 1400, I was expecting it to go up high, and I think a lot of the economists were thinking exactly the same thing. And then now it's just kind of lagging. It's almost like it's back into consolidation mode, and then depending on what's happening, we're gonna get some upward momentum. The candle on the 4-hour looks really good though. If you have a look at it, it's very bullish. Let's have a look. One contractor says 99999.99. Someone is at the door. Yeah, apologies if my phone was on there. Health Babe says at this moment USD is falling and gold just remains at the same level. Yeah, I don't understand it. I think it's probably because as well there's probably a lot of sellers in the market now, so that's the reason why. There could be some degree they're not really sure what's happening, so they might sell a bit and then come back in later. I suspect it'll finish on over 1400 by the end of the day. That bell is Mrs. Limey. She wants a cup of coffee. Speaking of a cup of coffee, I need to make a cup of tea here. I also got a 2014 1 gram panda. Yeah, I saw those little 1 grams. Very interesting pieces, but the premiums on this side are just too much. How much is Dogecoin worth? Well, that's one. Not really sure. I don't really follow Dogecoin though, Isaac. I'm happy with Ethereum. Yeah, I'm amazed with Ethereum. I got some Ethereum. Was it a couple of days back, just before it went up, and it's already up. I think it's what, up at 8% or something like that. And I've been like, wow, okay, I'm super chuffed with that. Things keep timing out. Okay, so we're back on the 4-hourly. Check that out. Looks like we're starting to creep up. That might be a good sign. Okay, so it's still a bit flat. I'm still hopeful that candle's going to end up in the green. You've got 41 minutes left. We're currently at 15:27, so it's pulled back a bit, but it's still early days. I went to one of my LCSs and I never see them carrying that many 1-ounce gold coins. People have been unloading the physical since the breakout, as I learned from the LCS. Wow, okay. So people are cashing in. Litecoin is where it is at, mate. Coin collector. Let's see what. Let's just bring up the coin market cap. Oh, there it is. This is where I go to check my cryptocurrency. I just got well, that's one of the many, and I've also got Yahoo, which has got the true XRP market cap. Yeah, there you go. So 9877. Okay, we'll come back to that, but it's interesting times. We spoke about Facebook coin yesterday briefly. The news on that. I mean, it's probably going to be released, but the genuine bankers see a threat to their business, and it's exactly what Libra is doing or Facebook are doing with theirs. And because they've got a couple of billion people on Facebook, they will immediately close the curtain on that and find out a bit more about it before they'll give the go ahead. Because there's no way that they're going to lose out on their market, and they're going to lose out on their customers. So I'd watch that very closely. But in the meantime, everything's looking good. We got a market capitalization over 300 billion, which is great. So it's crossed over the 300 billion mark. So we got Ethereum at 289. There you go, up 7.7%. Litecoin as well, up 3.08%. So not looking too bad. Anyway, back to the silver. Coin collector, cheers, buddy. Oh, sorry, that one coin collector. He's heading out there, but thanks very much for sticking around. Sucker for silver, good job, SL. The Ethereum target like 320 now. Yeah, I'm. Well, a lot of people tend to say. I mean, there's loads of crypto channels. I mean, I've watched the. There's a number of crypto channels on Facebook, so I always tend to keep an eye on them as much as I can. Sorry about the zoo outside. Sorry, back on the silver chart. Red-headed step stacker, how are you doing? We have descended into crypto talk. Yeah, apologies. Lamy loves his cryptos. Hey, look, I love anything that makes money. If it makes me money, I love it. I'm sure anybody would. Sucker for silver. If anybody wants free crypto, Coinbase is giving away free crypto, and also blockchain. The blockchain app. If you download the blockchain app onto your phone, they're giving away Stellar tokens. I think it's about $50 worth. And I did a video, I think about a week ago. Hasn't been that many people, interested people in it, but literally, I think in total it was about nearly $80 worth of crypto that you could claim for free. I know Coin Collector did. He went in there and put in for it. Once you've got it, you can then convert it into. You can send it to your PayPal account, and you can either buy silver if you want. Otherwise, you can keep the crypto. But literally, there's no strings attached. Health Babe says, same here. I like to have a little bit of everything except silver. Like I told you, I put my stop loss on my entire silver portfolio at the beginning of the year. Wow. Okay. So obviously the price must have been lower then. Health Babe, is that right? So if you'd held on a little bit longer, then you probably would have increased your stack. Let's see. Gold prices top $1,400. Milestone as Fed speaker emphasizes preparation for cuts. Well, that's immediately good news already. But the gold and silver don't seem to be moving much today. I got my free stuff, says Coin Collector. There you go. Are you keeping it in crypto just out of interest, Coin Collector? Or are you cashing that in and you're going to buy something with it? Did you manage to get any of your friends to click on your invite and boost your Stellar? Silver's been lagging big time. Some things don't add up. Even the mining index is not in sync with the gold spot. Yeah, I know. It's interesting. What is you know, I wasn't. I was hoping that we weren't going to see the sell-off, and I thought, well, if we ended on 1540, and if I remember correctly, I think we were just above that. I was like, okay, well, that's positive to begin with. But then pretty much the next day, it was just this sell-off here. Went up as high as 1555, and then from 1555 it went as low as, so there was about a 40 cent drop just in this section here, and then they're just trying to the bulls are trying to clear back their way up. This candle still looks very interesting though. Good wicks on both sides. So silver price 1527, let's call it that. I'm keeping it in crypto. I haven't managed to get the link to work yet. Oh, okay, cool. What you should probably try and do is try and consolidate that into other crypto if you want. I've converted my Stellar into other crypto, Litecoin, Ethereum, and even a bit of Bitcoin. I think I transferred a bit into Bitcoin. So even though it's like bits, it's going to be worth a lot more than Stellar personally. Not sure why. Wow, 1400 plus. Some guy predicted that at the beginning of the year. Healthmate says, I keep all my Ethereum. Once Ethereum catch up with Bitcoin, I will convert them all to BTC. Wow. Yeah, no, I think the high for Ethereum, I think, was about $1,400, if I'm not mistaken, back in the good old times. But let's have a look here. Anyone got any questions? We're going to have a look at some news. So we're going to click on that bit of news there. Okay, silver down 1.14% on yesterday. So we're down to 1526, 15.2. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so gold prices top $1,400 milestone as Fed speaker emphasizes preparation for cuts. The bullish sentiment in gold held prices near the 1400 psychological level on Friday in a continuation of the Federal Reserve's driven rally that has taken prices up by 4%. Spot gold rose by $10 or 0.7% to $13.98 by 11:43 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Appearing gains after topping $1,400 overnight as its most expensive level since September 2013. That's another thing. It's a very long time ago since we saw this level of gold. Gold futures for August delivery on COMEX division, the New York Mercantile Exchange, gained by $5.25 or 0.7% at $1,402 a troy ounce. also pulling back from its highest level since July 2014. Gold has been on a tear this week, with spot and futures both up around 4% after the Federal Reserve signaled a change in the outlook, bolstering market expectations of up to 3 interest rate cuts and sending the dollar 1% lower. Dovish comments from the Fed and the market uncertainty continue to support the prevailing bullish sentiment. Strategists at ING said in a note, the rally in gold has seen the gold to silver price ratio increase to 90.8% this week, levels last seen back in 1993. Wow, that is a long time ago. And that's probably why everyone's complaining about silver at the minute. It's just it's silver's just it's inevitable. It's unable to rally. I think that's probably what's frustrating everybody. And I mean, yesterday we had that nice break, and I was hoping for that momentum to keep going, and then we had a sell-off, and now we're back down. But we're still higher. Don't forget we came up from 14.96, so we're still 30 cents up compared to 48 hours ago. I'm just going to check the chat here. Blended whiskey. Hey, blended whiskey. I did not stop buying gold. Okay, that's cool. It's not the 1400. It's what to do now. The rally in gold. We saw that price ratio. There is more concern over demand outlook for silver, given its heavier industrial use. What are they saying that? Could they be saying then that there's less demand for silver now? I don't know. I mean, the silver seems to have a hell of a lot of uses in comparison to gold. St. Louis Fed President James Bullard, who voted against the decision to hold on rates, said on Friday that he dissented because weak inflation and uncertainty surrounding the economic outlook convinced him it was already time to cut rates. Wow. Fed funds futures placed the probability of a rate cut at the beginning of the meeting at 100%. So they're definitely sure that there's going to be an interest rate cut in July. The Fed vice chairman expressed a different view. The Bullard stressing that he expected the U.S. economic expansion to continue. The economy's baseline outlook is good, sustained growth, a strong labor market, and an inflation near our objective. Now, obviously, I don't follow the U.S. market, but does that make sense to you guys out there? That's interesting. Health Babe said she put everything on hold currently because it's above the 1340 level. If gold keeps going up, Health Babe, just out of interest, when are you going to be buying back in? Clay Reader said in an interview in Bloomberg television aired on Friday. He did indicate, however, that there was a broad agreement around the table that the case for providing more accommodation had increased, and emphasized that the U.S. central bank had the tools necessary to sustain the expansion as appropriate. A string of other Fed's officials, including Fed Governor Lil Bernard and Cleveland Fed Chief, obviously these are all interesting names, and San Francisco Fed presidents will make appearances later on Friday. So I presume that means today. In other trading, silver futures lost 0.8% at 15.36 a troy ounce by 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. That's interesting. So the futures were down almost 1%. Palladium futures traded up, while its system metal platinum fell by 0.5. I saw that platinum was down as well. Again, not really much to talk about. So it seems to be the main focus is on gold. So silver will always be tied to gold then, really. Yeah, so there's that bit of news. How's that candle looking? We're still currently dropping again. We're down to 1526. Come on, guys. 1524. Yeah, we're down. There we go. We're down 2 cents almost 2 cents on the day. Health Babe, blended whiskey. Long term, no. Short term, it might. Supply and demand relationship. My house will not drop back to my purchase price. S&P will not correct back to 5 years ago. You are right about that. They are real assets and will never return to those purchase prices. Yeah, I mean, I've got property as well, and the property value is just phenomenal currently at the minute. I've got someone in that property at the minute that obviously that's renting it, but essentially when I bought it and how much it's appreciated in value, it's just fantastic. I mean, I couldn't have asked for anything better. Generally, you know, it takes. I mean, talk about buying at the right time. It's unbelievable if you manage to get into the right time, and you bag a bargain property and it goes up in value. Wow, you know, you can. It just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Italian G says, as I've said, it's not the real move till you see silver up $2 to $3 in a week. So you're saying that ideally we should be at a $17, $18 silver. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so that wick's getting bigger and bigger on both sides there. We're still trying to pull ourselves back up. We're still at 15.26 currently at the minute. Let's see if there's any more news there. We've got Fed rate cuts. Fed leaves rates unchanged. Obviously, that's when gold stocks rally, dollar falls. Silver forecast. Silver market gap higher. Okay, I wonder when that was posted. That was yesterday. Gold to high since 2013. Okay, 100% probability of rate cut in July. Okay, that's all news. That's about all the news is currently on this here. But man, I want to see us back on this track here. I mean, anything's possible currently. So hopefully these sellers here will dry up and we can start driving back up again. Ideally, 1535, 1540 level would be great. Silver's still cheap. I don't disagree with you there. Right, we're crossing over. Should we cross over to Bitcoin? Because currently it's at 9900. So it's 9,900. And it's going to be interesting to see if it gets rejected again. We're coming close. Check that out. Ethereum up 8% at $289. XRP up 3.5%. Litecoin 2.86%. It's probably just, there we go. We can see it there. Binance coin. That's an interesting one. Binance coin. Anyway, sorry, back up there. The silver chart, we're at 1527. So slowly getting there. Silver not even up $1 off the recent lows. That is a very good point. Now, I'm going to keep the silver chart up there for now, and what we'll do is we'll just go to BTC to USD. Keep that silver chart up. We'll just have a quick look in there. 1527. I mean, Italian G, that would be some gain though if you think about it. If it goes up by $2-3, that's enormous, man. What's that? That's 20% gain. Yeah, that would be great. Health Babe says, I missed lots of your earlier comments as I accidentally moved the scroll bar to the beginning of the broadcast. I've noticed till now. Okay. Well, you're welcome to catch up. Blended Wiki says, so World Bank control gold? So World Bank controls gold. Not that I know of. Hi Steve, a year ago silver was $16 and we were all, yeah, so that's interesting. A year ago we're still under. Let's have a look, see what comes up. BTC USD. Okay, so there was 9,890 is where we're currently at. Cheap as the guys are trying. They're trying to break that 10. Up $358. Okay, silver hanging in there at 1524, 24.5. $15.25. Wow, $15.25 now. $15.25.3. there's good support there at 1520 is pretty much where the good support is. If that support, if we break through that support level, we're going to drop down to this support level, which is around 15 and 1513. So maybe 1520. Let's hope not. I want it to go up a bit more. Alfabe says, blended whiskey. I'm not sure about controlling gold, but the equity markets for sure that they have to file each of the big transactions to the SEC. Blended whiskey says, okay, cool. Hey, Steve, IHB. Hey, Steve, how are you doing? Okay, let's have a look here. So we got BTC, USD. Okay. We got silver. It's probably going to refresh in a minute. Oh, there it is. Okay, 9863. So there's a pullback again. It tried. It was rejected. So I reached the 99, and there was a sell-off again. Okay, so we need to keep an eye on that. So back to silver. We're currently 1525. Currently, there's a lot of selling momentum currently going on at the minute. So let's go into the. Let's have a look at the 4-hour chart. Okay, there's my upward trend that's broken. So that's where we were, in what direction we were going at, and now we're pretty much down here. So a lot of selling. Look at these candles, big wicks. And let's see, we got we got three red candles versus one green candle. Elkbabe says, as we talked a few days ago, if silver cannot break 1550, it's not looking good. Yeah, I'd probably say the upward resistance is 1550. But it's got to look at consolidating. So if there's going to be some pullback, I just think we're too low here. We need to be at least at the 1540 range in order for it to continue pushing up. Yeah, 1525. Dang it, people. Please don't stop buying silver, but help me. I can get out. There's Health Bay Basket, everyone to get in. Mellow Stacker. Hey, Mellow Stacker, how are you doing? You well, buddy? Sodium says, could you imagine going 3 boxes of halves in the late 70s and making hundreds? You know, I totally agree. I could just imagine it, to be honest. That must have been exciting, because obviously hardly anyone was probably looking for that stuff. But I mean, you could just imagine what the odds were of finding silver on a regular basis when you're buying a box and you're going through it, and it's just like there's probably like 5 or even 8 out of a roll are probably silver. Mad. Well, actually, I suppose it depends on the 70s. But if we're looking at 1970, then more than likely 100% of them would have been silver. Okay, silver. We're still 1524. We're still battling it out. Let's go into the 1 minute. Let's go crazy here with the 1 minute. That's our candles for the 1 minute. Oh, I see a downward momentum. Wow, look at that. No, that's. Excuse me. Let's look at the 15 minutes. Yeah, look at that. 15 minutes. The last 30 minutes have just been sell, sell, sell. Plenty of red candles today. Damn. 1525 is currently the silver price. Blended whiskey. Silver will break 16, not today, but before end of the year. I'm hoping before, way before then, to be honest. It'll be great to see silver, hopefully, over the next few months, rather than at the end of the year. But I mean, I'd probably say it will be above 16 by the end of the year. Me and my like 3 ounces of silver. Hit that like button, guys, if you're enjoying this. 1524 we're currently sitting at. I'm going to continue. I'm not interested in reloading. Stephen, are you still there? Stephen Heath might still be listening in the background. Sorry about this. The thing keeps wanting to reload. It's because we've got the Bitcoin screen up here. Keeps asking me to reload. Anyone pick up any silver? Oh, well, not that you would with the higher prices. Okay, I'll close down the Bitcoin screen. Continue. Stacking Stormtrooper. Pew pew pew. How are you doing, my friend? Right, we're currently we're breaking the 1523. This doesn't look good. Okay, we're gonna just reload the layout here. In fact, let's go back here. We're 1524 currently. 1522. Oh, the bears are in at the moment. Stephen is sleeping apparently. Silver Limey 7 now. I'm good, bro. Just got permission from my wife to officially take over the office, so I'm hung up. So I hung up all my geek posters. Okay, let's check this out. We're just currently tracking the charts. For goodness sake, this is reload. We don't want BTC. There we go. Let's get the silver chart back up. Okay, so 15 cheapest. We're down 20 cents currently. We're down 20 cents. Cheapest. $15.24.9 currently. Silver Limey, I'm good, bro. I just got my coin collector. Hello, Silver Limey 79. Also, I bought a green screen stand. Oh, awesome, man. My wife was like, "What the hell is that?" And she almost freaked out when I told her. Oh yeah, that's just too. You're gonna have to get a studio there. The Stacking Stormtrooper. You'll be needing a studio in no time at all. Bigfoots. He's saying hello there to Stormy. How's the Stacking Stormtrooper doing today? A day in life of a Stormtrooper. Have you seen Darth Vader yet? Is Darth Vader on the screen yet? I suppose Darth Vader's not looking for you. Slowly turning into that. Yeah, I bet you got to watch out, man. The wife will be cracking the whip. And we want to, we do want to see more of the Stacking Stormtrooper, man. You don't want to get the wife unhappy, and then she's going to be really unhappy and say, right, no more YouTube. That's it, done. So maybe get her some flowers, or something like that, or maybe take her out for dinner. Keep her sweet, And then hopefully she won't actually mind you doing whatever you want. Backyard Bullion. No ways. Backyard Bullion. How are you doing? He's just over the water on my side of the water. How are you doing, Backyard Bullion? Awesome, man. Very well. Very well. Thank you. What do we say there? Health Babe had something there. Silver Limey BTC has 166 billion market cap today. Wow. Trading volume is 16.5 billion versus Ethereum at 5.77 billion. Litecoin is the highest volume at 4 billion. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. It's got quite a substantial amount of trading. Yeah, look at that. 4.4 billion. XRP, it's going to be a matter of time before that reaches 2 billion trading volume. I'm super excited about that, but that's low in comparison. Then we got 9, we got 20. Looking very good volume wise. Right. Right, silver price 1526. 1526 currently. Red-headed step stacker. He needs to worry about Coinvader. I'm very no, just Backyard Bullion is saying he's doing well. Now, thanks for dropping out. You must be quite busy on your side. What are you working on lately, Backyard Bullion? Stacking Stormtrooper says Silver Limey 709. There is a guy named Alaskan Vader who has like 20,000 subs, and he's in the 101st Legion. Wow, that's cool. Well, as for Darth wife, yeah, she can't take away my YouTube. Currently, I've got to work around my wife in regards to whenever I want to do this. So my wife's out. She's out in the yard looking after the horses. So I'm like straight in here, like, okay, now I can live stream. So I'm just trying to gap it. That's the reason why I can't live stream in the evenings in the US time, is because my wife's in the space. And, we've got a bit of a, I wouldn't say tight space, but we've got a, we share quite a large portion. And, I need to keep her happy. So I try and make time whenever I can. I think did my latest video, I did a mail call there. Did you guys see that? That should automatically have uploaded. Yep, the mail call video went up. That went up at 5. That's awesome. Sorry, it's gonna go back to dashboard. 1526. Well, Sylvie Limey 79. I hope as she closes right about 1525. I feel emotionally molested again. Lost half of what we gained yesterday. I know, yeah, I know that feeling, man. I'm so frustrated. I want to see it back up. Ideally the 1540 or even the 1530. And if we can keep it in this range here, then we can start making those gains and go up by another 10 cent. But it was great to see this huge volume come into the silver space, which we haven't seen in a long time. Stacking Stormtrooper says he'll be right back. Hello, Stacking Stormtrooper and everybody. I'm driving, can't. Silver Limey 79. I can sympathize with you on that. It's really hard to join in the evenings. Yeah, I know what you mean. Mrs. Backyard Bullion likes to have family time. I know. Well, my wife works in the evening for an hour, and so I try and monopolize on that. I'll either do some videos, or like this morning, I sort of had some extra time, so I managed to get some more videos done. I've got the premiere coming on tonight, which is, if you guys have set the reminder, I'll put a little flag in the community section once I'm done here. But I've got that coming through, so there's a lot going on. And then I've had to do the shout out video as well. So the 5 shout outs are done. So I'll probably upload that tomorrow, and then keep the cycle going. Mellow Stacker, my 30% eBay bucks silver purchases just came in. That's awesome. I got awesome deal on that 90% Kennedys and Roosevelts. Wow, okay. So you managed to get some constitutional there. Tanner G says, yeah, me too. Bought a ton. Mellow Stacker, what's up? Backyard Bullion. Bigfoot, we're up to 12 watching at the minute, so that's I'm super happy with that. Well, now down to 11, but I think Stack Storage will be back. What are you working on lately, Backyard Bullion? What's your next project? suppose you'll be working with the Silver Forum. I spoke to John RMS yesterday. I see he did his kilo bar. If you guys haven't checked that, go and have a look at John RMS's channel. He poured his first 1 kilo bar. Very cool. He actually used. I said to him, I said, "You got to be mad." I said, "What? You're melting the Queen." I said, "Like, can't you use some other generic stuff?" There he is. He's throwing in Britannias into the pot there to make his 1 kilo bar. I was shocked. Backup bullion for the Silver Forum. There you go. We're about to embark on 100 by 100 gram bars. Wow. Okay. Cool. And a kilo too. We will be doing that in about 10 days' time. Okay. Awesome. So make sure you guys have, if you guys haven't been to Backyard Bullion's channel, go check him out. Awesome. That's a lot of sodium. Says, I'm going to a coin shop with my dad for the first time today. I'm going to buy some constitutional silver. Very nice. That mail call, man, I got a beautiful dime there from Bill J version 2. He sent me a quarter, a W quarter. And he sent me a further bits and pieces, and he sent me a lovely dime, a barber dime. Wow, man, it was just really, really fantastic. Really nice piece. Mellow Stacker says Coin Exchange on eBay has the best Kennedys. They're all AUBU. Very nice. Redheaded Step Stacker here on my alternative channel for dads for all ages and sexes and kinds. Dad's Life. Sorry, hey, Dad's Life. How are you doing? Silver, getting back to the silver price, we're creeping back up slowly. 1527. 1527. Oh, let's have a look here. Okay, we got BTC at 9863. Interesting. These big wicks again there. Big wicks at the bottom. Looks like the bulls are back. They're trying to pull that up. I want to see that candle. It's not going to finish in the green. No ways. 6 minutes to go. It's probably going to be in the red, but hopefully we can get a green candle on the next one. Seems like there's a lot of people buying at the minute. Simon G says, you Brits bought half of my area. Of my area here. Oh, a huge area of East Orlando. No ways. What? Which Brits? You mean like a consortium? Metal Bum. Hey, Metal Bum, how you doing? Crazy about Bitcoin. It looks like September 2017 bull run again. Absolutely. The bull run coming. It's nowhere near what the 2017 bull market was, because it was all speculative back then. And this is so much has developed since 2017. I think it's going to be big. It's going to be a big one. Also supply. There's not much supply left of Bitcoin, so it's going to be interesting to see how that progresses. Okay, so this candle's got 5 minutes to go. We're currently at 1526.7. Silver price is down 18 cents on the day, 1.25% thereabouts. Jeez, I'm really waiting for my dashboard to pop up here. Right. Sentiment for crypto seems to be back. Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you think about it, everyone's talking about it now. You know, it's interesting. You know, pretty much whenever there's any sort of news now. I mean, even if you look at Kitco, occasionally I put those Kitco posts up, and they'll always mention Bitcoin in some way or another when they talk about precious metals. Yeah, it's great to see that sentiment just constantly in the news now in regards to Bitcoin. And when it breaks that 10K mark, it's going to be in the news again, and it's going to keep that momentum going. And then likewise for all the other coins. I don't see a future in cryptocurrency. Okay, oh, that's a lot of sodium. Says he doesn't see a future for cryptocurrency. Metal Bum, for how long though? Gold is buy and hold 10 years plus. Yeah, the gold is a long game. I did a video there, I think it was, what was it, months ago, where I showed in regards to what the percentage of return was versus gold and silver, and it was interesting, the differences. But gold was more about the long game. Well, Bitcoin is hold for now, but I might unload it in a year, or who knows, in 1 to 3. Yeah, look, I mean, depending on how much Bitcoin you got. I mean, it's difficult to buy in these dips because it just happens so quickly, and you've literally got to be watching it like every 5 minutes. I mean, I've got an app on my phone, and I constantly am like, every now and then, oh, I need to check and see how the currencies are doing. Click on it, go have a look. I'm like, okay, cool. And like another 10 minutes later, I'm like, is anything new? Particularly when you start seeing stuff like this. I'm just going to refresh that page. 9877. I'm sure they're going to break 10 today. There's a lot of volume there. Look at that, $20 billion worth of volume. Sorry, guys, I'm just tired of seeing this flipping circular wheel just going round and round and round. There we go. And don't forget my video that's coming out later. I don't know if it'll be in my video list. There it is there. That's the video I'm going to showcase later on. Don't forget to set the reminders. 10 appreciated silver bullion coins that you can benefit from. That's going to be a great video. But it's good to premiere, so I will be in the chat. Gold, silver at 15.26.27. We'll check and see how gold is performing. Let's have a look. What was that? Health Babe, Dad's Life, Disney Bucks are the way to go. I own more Bitcoin than I do gold and silver, actually. Wow, I bought it in 2017 summer. Put too much in though. Lost about half my money. Just a humbling experience, losing 50% of your investment. Well, look, it's going to be interesting to see what happens soon. You'll be getting that money back. Just hold in there, buddy. It just makes me wonder how many people actually sold off their crypto when they saw that big dip. They were prepared to take those sort of losses. I mean, that must be horrendous, man. But hold in there. I'm sure it looks like it's coming back. So keep eyes on. I think people like to see their wealth, and the majority of people don't invest in it. Like to see their wealth, and the majority of people don't invest in it. Okay, that's interesting. We're up to 12 watching currently in the minute. That's great. About 15.27 thereabouts. Excuse me a sec there, guys. I'm going to leave that for a sec. Sorry there, how are we doing? Dad's Life is that it's a good store of value. Health Babe says, I have not sold one drop of Ethereum. Hold it as it's looking good for the sentiments at this moment. Just waiting for the spike. Health Babe, while we're on that, do you reckon Litecoin is also a good one to hold versus Ethereum? Would you consolidate your Litecoin into Ethereum, or would you hold both? All right, 15.26. 15.26. Okay, so the next candle has started, and it's in the green. And it looked like there was that's a drop down to 15.24 in the new candle. Right, so I'm going to have a look at that. Okay, let's check gold out while we're here. So we're going to close that down. We're going to get we'll bring up the gold chart. We'll see what gold is now. We were at, anyone remember what we were up at on the gold chart currently? Was it 1397, something like that? 1397. Let's check this out. Okay, so it's dropped off slightly. So 1394. Okay, so waiting for the. Okay, well, there we go. We got the chart coming up. So we're at 1395 on the gold chart. Okay, we've got a new candle there forming. It's 1395. Okay, so it's holding in there. Gold is looking pretty good, actually, considering in comparison to what silver is right now. We've got a decent amount of green candles. We're going to look at the 4-hour. It's still not bad. Yes, there's a degree of sell-off, but it's not down here. No, it's more trading sideways at the moment. That's interesting. What do you think, Healthbag? I have not checked Litecoin. I can't tell you much. I definitely will convert Ethereum to Bitcoin when Ethereum catches up. Then I can convert BTC to PM when the time comes. Just what's your abbreviation for PM? Not buying gold, neither. Well, funny enough, I'm putting my gold money. I haven't bought gold myself because I want the return back on it. I don't think the return is there yet. So I've put my gold funding into crypto for now. Okay, so here we go. Still looking good. Volume there, 322,619. Okay, I mean, look at these. The volume's looking good. It's pity we can't see the same for silver. I never like any market with a hyperbolic growth. It is potential for bubble buildup. Instead, I'll reallocate my resources to buy undervalued assets. That's interesting, Healthbait. Okay, well, we're gonna go. So 1395 is where gold is currently. I'm going to go back to silver. Okay, so silver 1525. Okay, we're up to 1529. Wow, okay. So 1527 is where we were at last time. So we're managing to crawl back a bit, which is great. So 1528. Actually, I mustn't speak too soon. I think I spoke too soon there. Let's have a look. I think we'll be on the hourly chart here. We'll just check that out. Okay, that's the 4-hourly. Okay, green candle, 1528. Nice. Let's have a look. Elf Babe says Clinton S, how you doing, Clinton S? Yeah, we're just busy having a look at some charts again, just to follow up from yesterday. So we've got silver currently at 15.27. It's down 16 cents. It was up as high as 20. So hopefully we can get this candle to be green. Health Big says, just like my mining stocks, I got them 1 to 3 years ago when they were very undervalued. Today they have grown more than $30 plus percent. That's awesome. I'm very happy with that. I'd also be very happy, that's for sure. Bigfoot Silver says somebody is lying again. The silver to gold ratio is about 91. Lol, who is the fibber, silver or gold? Definitely watch that video later. And we're going to be looking at the silver to gold ratio just on that video that I'm posting later on. Be very interesting. Okay, so 15.27, currently at 15.27. DB Stupid, how you doing, DB? Clinton, thanks for joining us. How's your day going, Clinton? And DB, you having a good day so far? I suppose it's lunchtime there. Silver Stanger. Silver Stanger, how are you, my man? Got Silver Stanger here. Well, 15.28.5. 15.28.5. Not bad considering we were currently about 15.25, 15.24 range. Let's hope. Oh, just love seeing these numbers. At least it's a green candle currently, so the buyers are in. See if we can get up to that 15.30 mark. Oh, right. So DB says it's 9 a.m. here. I'm just getting going at the post office. Okay, so you're on the Pacific Seaboard, is it? What they refer to as the Western Seaboard, California, somewhere around there. Doing great, Silver Limey 79. How are you? I am not bad, actually. Not bad today. Can't really complain. Just watching the charts again, really. I was hoping for something a little more kind of momentum-wise, moving up here, or even, to be honest, I was trying to see a trend. So I'm trying to move this thing. Sorry, let me just delete that. There we go. It would have been great to have seen this sort of movement, or even keeping that momentum going, but instead all we saw was a sell-off yesterday. So but gold is up, so that's very interesting. Gold is up, silver's down. However, that seems to be shrinking. We were down almost 2% earlier, and we're approaching under 1%. That's interesting. Okay, keep that going. 15.28. 15.28 is the silver price for those listening. Wanting to see silver around 17 an ounce, but no such luck. I know, but it's like the bulls have run out of steam over here. There's upward momentum, and then everyone's like, what we could also be seeing is you've probably seen a number of people selling their silver to get into the gold market, and that might explain why the gold price hasn't really gone down much in relation to when I was showing the candles earlier. I was just thinking that. Certainly wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, not a very big market. The entire silver market is tiny. Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. Health Babe said hello to Silver Stanger. We do need to get back to the beaver discussion with Monkey. DB Stupid says uncertainty in the world isn't going to move the price of silver. Upward gold price might allow silver to tag along. Yeah, I was just saying there, unfortunately, silver is going to play second fiddle to gold. So whenever gold goes up, silver goes up. Whenever gold goes down, silver goes down. So there's nothing to warrant it breaking away from gold and doing its own thing. It's the correlation between those two between gold and silver is going to remain the same. So when we talk correlation, we're talking when gold's up, then silver follows. Non-correlated assets or investments will be one where gold goes up and silver goes down. That could be a non-correlated asset. So whenever it does the opposite. We're still about 1%, 1520. We're approaching the 1529 mark. Just checking at cryptocurrencies here. I want to see if to break that 10K and what sort of action we can expect. No, still hovering. Still hovering under the 9.9 level. So we're up to 11 watching at the minute. It's great. Thanks very much for joining me on this live stream. I was thinking essentially of just doing one like that, and people drop in and say hello, and then of course, because there's a lot of people out there still working. How long have you been in precious metals? Oh, to me, sorry. I started stacking last year. Initially, I was in a different market altogether. I was buying the replica coins. I was buying and selling them on eBay. And then I thought, well, I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll set up a YouTube account. I'll do some videos related to what I'm selling. And then I saw everybody out there doing the market, and I had some money, and I was like, maybe it's time to do the proper stuff, And I watched a lot of videos, and I was like, okay, let me get into this. And that's when I started. I started getting into precious metals. Essentially, I probably should have been, I said that in that research. Do your research. I didn't really do my research much. I was just excited. I was like, great, I can't wait to start, and I was buying high premium stuff. Sorry, when I mean high premium, I could have got it cheaper, but I was like, yeah, I'll start here. I think silver, gold, bull, I had to pay import duty. I had to pay VAT. So literally on my first purchase, I paid the heavy price on that one. But I've been in it since. Clinton S is the proper stuff, aka go to the casino. Copper will be better. Oh, like me too. I had some before, but started really stacking seriously last year too. I see silver as an opportunity. I like that they're off the financial grid. Yeah, I mean, when I first started, I said when I was on Celibate Metals channel with the interview there, I started getting I had gold and silver holdings, and my gold holdings were very good. This was back in 2004, and unfortunately we got robbed, and literally all the precious metals that we had. I mean, there was probably about 3 ounces of gold in gold sovereigns and half ounces and quarter ounces, and we had cash, and unfortunately it just disappeared just that one day. Everything was gone, and it really put me off holding any form of precious metal in the house, because all it takes is if you don't store, well, not that we didn't store it well, but literally when someone points a gun at you and says open the safe, like, there's not much you can do about it. The safe's good in the house when you're not there, but when you're there, there doesn't seem to be a point. What I should have done was had a little bit in the safe, and then kept another stash hidden away somewhere, because then at least if you're confronted with that situation, then at least you can open the safe up. They'll see stuff in there, but it's not the whole lot. So or maybe had a couple of safes. Maybe you had one safe clearly visible and the other hidden away. That pretty much put me off in regards to going back to precious metals again. That's all. Health Babe says we all get burned sometime on premiums, but we learn to make things better for ourselves. Absolutely. I suppose we all. It's like trial and error. You learn, and we're up to 1530. Wow. Okay. The candles looking healthy currently. So silver price 1530. 1529. It's hovering around there. Oh dang! Sorry about that loss. Sorry, man. I store everything at my uncle's. And he's ex-military and has heavy security. Yeah, that's a good point. but yeah, I suppose, or even I mean, problem is that when you got the if you go get a security box at a bank or something like that, and you trust in the bank doesn't fold, and then so you've got very little opportunity unless you bury it in the garden. Hopefully, no one's around. If you're on a huge estate, go buy a tree or something like that, and then put your precious metals in a sack and bury it in the ground. That's probably the best thing to do. Metalbone says, learn and get better, improve, and use setbacks to grow and progress. Yeah, that's one thing. I definitely want to get some more gold, but maybe my birthday's coming up next month. I've got a big one. So I've sort of told my wife that things have developed in our household, so it may not necessarily permit me to do that. And I'm thinking of getting my first slabbed coin. Well, my mom's based in my mom lives in a different country, and I've asked her to get me a graded investment coin. So we'll see how that goes down. So Health Babe says, Civil Army, if Southside does not come back, would you consider to do civil discourse? You'll be a good candidate. Thanks, Health Babe, but I don't. I wouldn't necessarily have the consistency of the time on a Sunday to do it. Yeah, I would probably pass on that. But thank you. Metal Health Babe, what happened to Southside Stacker? He's just busy at the minute. He's I think he's moved to Texas, I believe, and he's just working a lot, so he doesn't have much time. So, blimey, did you move after that? Well, I was living in South Africa at that time, and yeah, so we no longer live there. But I mean, it's one of those things you just sort of get over. Unfortunately, it hit my brother quite badly, and he moved. He returned back to England within months after that. But I mean, for me, it's been you're in South Africa. There's always a certain degree of crime. I mean, I've had my car broken into multiple times, but to that extent, it's very difficult to trust people after that experience, because we had someone that we helped, and we suspect that he's the one who organised that whole thing. We let this guy into our house, and he stayed with us. And unfortunately, as well, like I suppose we can blame ourselves. We trusted this guy. We left him alone in the place, and we then heard that he was selling our stuff to people. This is before the big thing happened. So it's interesting because now that guy's burned to anybody that we want to help just because of one rotten apple. It's going to be a highly unlikely that I would help anybody ever again after that big experience. But I've got my suspicions that he was definitely involved in that. But anyway, but we were in a gated community as well, so they got through the security in the main place. But the security in this place was a bit of a joke. You could sign in as Mickey Mouse or even Goofy or something like that. You could put your name, you could write Mickey Mouse in there, and then they would let you through. But time is a big healer. There we go. Silver Stanker says the last time he'd spoken to him, he was swamped with work. Clinton S says that's ridiculous. Karma will get people in the long run. I suspect those guys are probably dead personally. I mean, I think that was certainly my feeling. I mean, the guy, the one guy who had the firearm, there was another guy that had the screwdriver in his hand, threatening to attack me with it, because I was upstairs in bed at the time, and my brother was downstairs sleeping on the couch, and I think it was about 2 a.m. in the morning. My brother didn't realize that it was that late, and there was a knock on the door. And when you're in a security complex, you're like, oh yeah, that must be the neighbor, because he mentioned our car or something like that, and said, oh yeah, could you move your car? It's in the way or something. And of course, as my brother opened the door, the whole thing kicked off, and immediately I heard the scuffle upstairs, and I was like, immediately I knew something was wrong. So I went straight to the safe because I knew, all our stuff's in there. And of course, by the time I got into the room, there was a guy that ran upstairs, and yeah, I wouldn't say there was a standoff. I immediately put my hands up because I was completely helpless. I mean, there's nowhere I could go. We had burglar bars in all the windows, and I just put my hands up and said, "Well, relax," you know. And that was the end of it. But we were in that house probably for about 4 or 5 hours. That went through the house. Very interesting. Sorry, I'm talking about that experience, but yeah, more than likely, I suspect those guys are dead. Personally, you are welcome. Not at all. Okay. Yep, you are right, Elf Babe. Silver Limey 79, or he is whipped. Yeah, you never know. He could have burnt his. Could have burnt himself there out his YouTube channel. But great guy. Metalbum. Jeez, wow, Silver Limey. Yeah, look, I mean, I can talk about that now. It happened a very long time. It was 15 years ago. But time's a good healer. We can talk about that sort of stuff now. You got out unharmed physically. It's a good thing. Yeah, I knew. Funny enough, I knew psychologically that when one was lying on the ground, I was like, these guys aren't going to kill us, because hey, we had neighbors right next to us, and they're uppers, what they came for. They knew what they were coming for, and I knew that they were just going to leave us anyway. But I'd already come to that conclusion very early on, and I felt that way. So personally, I was probably a lot more relaxed than my brother was. Um, you know, and I suppose that that these guys want to play mind games with you. I mean, I think the guy. I mean, I think at one point he threatened to say, do you want to play Russian roulette? And of course, my brother was the one who said no, no. But I knew straight away they can't shoot the firearm off there, because then people will be alerted. So I knew straight away that guy was just messing around. But it was an interesting experience, that how I handled that. Anyway, sorry, we're currently at 1531, 1530 for silver, so we are going back up slightly, which is good. So we need to keep those candles going. The 1 hour candle still got 36 minutes to go. Clinton S says I should buy a ton of fake gold and silver. And else, yeah, I tell you what, that's probably not a bad idea to do. Imagine them trying to pawn fake stuff. That's actually a very good thing to do, actually. But I still think if anyone has a safe, you should probably have two, and you should have one hidden away, and you should have one, I wouldn't say visible, but one where, as in, if someone knows you have one in that, you should probably have one safe that only you know about, and then you should probably have one safe that's open for the household, so that if anything does happen, like in that situation, is that you can go, there it is. And I don't know, if you raised quite a good point there, Clinton. I somehow doubt they're going to be bringing their earth magnets with them and their scales to weigh the stuff. But at least you could probably pack that thing up. Oh, Health Babe says that I own tungsten coins. Wow. Okay. In gold eagles, that must be something. Are they fairly well made? Yeah, load up on aluminium bars and call them silver. That's silver stanger. Wow. Yeah, that would be good. Just stack it up with fake stuff, so when they open it up, they think like they're all full. They're like, "Wow, geez, we hit the jackpot here, boys." He takes it down to his pawnbroker there, like, and the guy's like, "What's this crap?" It gets stuff that's like that's magnetized. So you put the magnet on it, it goes like clang. That'd be brilliant. That's brilliant, Clinton. Oh, you never know. You might see an increase in sales now for what was that place, AliExpress or Alibaba, for gold eagles. I'd say it probably wouldn't be bad as well, because it gets them out the house quicker. Because then they think, oh yeah, this is the jackpot here. We'll just scoop all that up, and then we'll leave them alone and get out real quick. Meanwhile, back on the ranch, the safe's hidden away somewhere behind a painting or something like that, or flipping in the basement. Yeah. They were scooped out from AGE. Okay, wow. Reminds me not to buy any gold from Clinton. Oh, you. I'd say those tungsten coins, Health Babe, do they weigh exactly? Because it's interesting how they apparently the weight is perfect on them, and they lay them in about 2 grams of gold or something like that, or 1.5 grams of gold. So there's a nice thick, heavy layer. But I always wondered how they got the tungsten in, because I mean, obviously, if you put it in, if you pour any silver or gold into a mold, um, like how do they put the tungsten in the coin? Because if you lie the tungsten flat, then the gold or silver is just going to go around it. If that makes sense. A painting, and I'm an artist. Thanks. Now I have to move my stuff. There you go. I mean, like you watch these movies, and was that Scarface with Al Pacino? Like he had this huge like painting there, and this big safe behind it. That's probably the safest place to put stuff is on the wall, man. Um, or have one a proper wall safe, and then have another safe around there with some odds and sods in. That's definitely the way I'm definitely going to do it. Health Babe says, yeah, my tungsten coins are rare. They are graded MS69. Wow, very rare. And I send them, I will send them for auctions. Oh, I'm sure. I mean, what do you would you be? Obviously, you'd have to sell them as a tungsten coin, right? I mean, that's pretty amazing that they've actually graded them MS69. It's a tungsten coin. Unbelievable. Right, silver 1530. Let's have a look at see if there's any movement on the Bitcoin front. Silver still down 1%. Okay, we're 9890. Yeah, 9,890 BTC Bitcoin. Bigfoot silver, hide and seeker, tricky drill it and then fill the holes, grind it. Sorry, I missed something there, I think. Tricky drill it, then fill the holes, grind it in a bit, buff, polish, and she will be ready for Clinton safe. Number, sorry, is it number one? Or do you say no? Oh right. Health Babe says no. I graded my own coin. I graded my own for fun. That's class. It's just like I'll grab a maple leaf out. Yeah, that's an MS70, no problem. That is. Just get your own little label sticker and get the I suppose get the graded cases. What about the gold price? Let's take a look. It's time to look at gold. Oh, I wonder if we'll get below 1%. Let's check that out. Okay, so let's check gold. Have we broken through $1,400? Still hovering there, 1396, 1395.50. That's where we are on the gold price. Extremely bullish look on the chart. So let's take another look. So even on the 4 hourly and the 1 hourly, lots of green candles. Jeez, it came close there. Was that 13? It was just a touch below 1338. Let's just check that. Okay, so the last high on the last hour was 1398.50, and then it was rejected. And then it's back down to 1395. I reckon we'll have 1400. Oh, you guys have still got a few hours left before trading ends on your end. Healthbeat said they scoop out the gold content and leave a cavity. Ah, right. So that's the way they do it. But I mean, when you try and put gold on gold, it doesn't stick properly, right? And fit the tungsten coin in. Tungsten has a very close density to gold, and that's the reason why it's used for counterfeit. Wow. Okay. Come on, just $5 to go. Yeah, I totally agree. I know it's kind of mad. It's only $5 to go, but look Look at it here. It touched and it was rejected. And that was at 1 o'clock. That was 5 hours ago. 5 hours ago. Okay, the low currently within the last hour is 13.93. That's been the low for the day. Health Babe, they're talking about the tungsten coins. However, its dimensions and mass will be off. The fake one can be detected by verifier easily. Oh, okay. That's what they use. That checks the density of the actual coin. Oh, the dimensions. You mean so? It's actually it won't be the same dimension. That's interesting. Because I always thought the tungsten coins were to keep the weight correct and as well as the diameter or dimensions. Broke through already. Yeah, broke through. It went up to about 1411. Oh, I'm sorry. Health Babe there says 1407, and then it corrected back down. If we have a look at this, is the one here. Actually, sorry, what was it there? Sorry, that one there. If you can see on my screen, Silver Stanger, it went up here. So 1411 was the high, and then there was a lot of selling immediately. Bang! As soon as it hit that, there was loads of selling, and then the buyers managed to still keep the candle in the green. And then it was a sell-off after that, which knocked the price back down to 13.83. So that was a good, what's that, $25, $26. And then there's an uptrend again, which is bringing the price back up to at the 13.90 level, which is cool. Volume, though, is still looking pretty good, 51,391. So some good volume. Yeah, it depends on the skill of the counterfeiter. Okay, cool. I was to mention a mass. Sorry, I already read that one. Yes, it's just pretty much got to sustain above that level is what we want. Silver Stanger. Okay, so let's. I'll show you guys the 4-hourly chart, and it looks very good. Even though we still got this nice uptrend here, we're still up. We're still up here, which is great, as opposed to silver being down here. See that they're trying to sell it, but there's a lot of buyers back in the market, so they're keeping the price up. Just on this candle here, which expires in 25 minutes. Let's go back to the 1 hour. I'm surprised that the gold price is ascending in overseas trading. They usually smack it down at night, not test any highs. Yeah, that's essentially what I think was at 12 o'clock. Well, there we go, 3 o'clock in the morning. Although it was probably this candle here, which was 2 o'clock in the morning, and that's when the sell-off happened. And then the sell-off maintained itself pretty much until 7 o'clock in the morning, my time, and then it started to buy again. 13.96. Wow, $4 off. Robbie, hey Robbie, how are you doing, man? Robbie lives in Ireland. DB Stupid. Does anybody here follow the Australian channel? In the interest of the people. Definitely not. I haven't heard of that one, DB Stupid. Even the graded old Chinese coins might be affected, since the counterfeiters have found the dies for some of the trade and dragon dollars. Wow, okay. They restrike many of them. Yeah, I've seen that. Even they even restrike old silver coins in the purity of 90%, and you can buy them probably for about what, $40, something like that. I think it might be as high as 80. Where you can get an MS, a mint state, like coin from 1800 or something like that, and they will remint it. I'm sure somebody got caught out once when they were they had some rare coin and it was slabbed, and apparently it was actually it was a fake, and it was some super rare US coin. I can't remember. I'm sure someone will know in the chat, but it turned out it was fake. Clinton S says I'm back. Well, sort of not mentally, but definitely physically. I even got a free fake trade dollar from LCS. Yeah, there was I've actually there was the local antique store that I go to, and he had a few there, and he actually showed me the magnet. He put the magnet on it, which was fake, and then I bought a lovely 34 crown off him, which I thought was genuine. Although when I had my suspicions, because having seen counterfeit coins before, I looked at the surface. I looked at the surface finish, and I was like, that looks a bit odd. But I felt, I gave the guy the benefit of the doubt. So, I bought from him before. He's got some original stuff. So I was like, you know what? Let's do it. And then I come home and I weigh the thing, and it's 3 grams off on the weight. So I was like, okay, well, that's not going to help me. And then I called him back the next day, and I was like, I'll have my money back. Dang, this is a fake. Oh, and he was like, oh, okay, well, and then I was like, oh, well, I'll look for some other coins. And then I was like, you know what? The guy's just had too many fake things there, so I haven't gone back again. And that's how people are going to get burned, by putting fake stuff in there. Just do your tests. All he had to do was weigh the flipping coin, and he would have immediately picked up that there was something wrong with it. But yeah, Healthpick says most of them are hard to detect. I brought my fake coin to my local dealer in LCS, and they can't tell if it's fake. Well, are they willing to give you the money for it? Coin sense and nonsense. OMG, didn't know you were. Didn't know where you live. Don't work getting in the way of hanging out with Silver Limey 79. Coin sense and nonsense. Hey, buddy. Yeah, that's right. I hope you're keeping well down your end. Yeah, we've got gold price currently at 13.9660 cents. It's maintaining, so want to keep a close eye on that. We've got 21 minutes. I'm going to call it. We'll probably end the stream in 20 odd minutes, so we'll keep it going until then. Going to have a look at the silver charts, see if there's any further movement on that. Oh, okay. Okay, we're back at 1529. Coin sense and nonsense. How are you keeping, buddy? Clinton S says I bought a Morgan and I swore it was fake, but after much research, it was cleaned. Really good, but definitely real. I went to get it checked out and graded, and it was genuine. Okay, cool. Well, there you go. Well, at least it was genuine. Now, I don't really know too much about clean coins, but that Morgan I did a video on. I think Steve Rice said apparently he seemed to think it was cleaned. I mean, I didn't know. I actually won that in I wouldn't say in a giveaway, but I won that particular coin, that 1879.0, and it was. He seems to think it was cleaned. I sort of looked at the edging. There is some darkening around the edges, so it could well be. But it's still a nice coin either way. It didn't cost me anything. Let's see, silver currently 1528.50, so we're still hovering around that sort of area. So it certainly looks like 1530 is turning into resistance at this currently at this level. Let's see, we got Clever Coin. Hey, Clever Coin, how you keeping, man? Yeah, I shared your giveaway there. He's got a 1K giveaway coming up. So for those that haven't seen Clever Coin, you better head round to his video. Follow his guidelines in regards to his entries. I think he's live streaming. Or did you live stream already? Sorry. No, it's this evening. It's definitely this evening. Clinton S, if you like Cornwall hunting channels, check out Silver Giveaways. They're in Florida where I am, and they're a blast. Silver Lime Silver. I hope you don't mind me. No, absolutely, I've got no issue with that. If you want to recommend other channels there, no issue. I know Silver Giveaways anyway. Good bunch of people. Saw that. Thanks, Lemmy. Yeah, no issue at all. The more news you can get, or the more news you can spread, definitely, the better. Just sitting here relaxing. Yeah, that's me too. So we're up to 9 watching, so that's cool. We're keeping that going. We're averaging about 10 currently with these, so I don't mind. Yesterday was pretty good. Then we had up to 15 in the chat, which was awesome. Pretty consistently through, so it was great. Okay, so we got 1528. We still got the gold window open up there, so I'm just going to leave it like that. So we can keep track there. 1396, 1396.50 for gold per troy ounce, and silver is down 1% to 1528. Gold's up 0.066. Let's check the how Bitcoin is tracking currently. Let's see if it's gone. Oh, there we go. 9919. It's up 5.86. Ethereum up 8.26. XRP is up 3.87%, and Litecoin is up 2.84%. Wow, okay, so we need to keep an eye on that Bitcoin. 9920. Excuse me. Coin sense and nonsense. Yeah, I'm working this thing like that. That's awesome, man. I know that's why I've been shouting out the silver pricing and the gold prices, well, on a regular basis, just in case there are some that are just listening. Clever coin. He says he's doing the same. Metal Bomb Gold's gonna maybe getting bullish. I think be interesting to see Bitcoin and gold both trend on the bull trend. Well, look, the gold candles look really good. So yeah, I definitely think that the bullish momentum for gold will continue. Silver, I think we just need to try and consolidate in this area first before we start to move up again, by the looks of it. But you know, I want to see us at the 1540 close by the end of the day. Although it looks like that is probably going to be resistance. There you go. We've got a bit of resistance here, so hopefully we can try and get up there. 1527, 1528. Coin sense and nonsense. Okay, help babe. Cheers. Thanks very much. It was a pleasure having you here. I'll see you on the next video. Hopefully, I'll see you this evening with that premiere. I'll be available this evening. Silver I know at the end of business in the States is at 5 p.m. The silver and gold price change throughout the world is that, well, according to the weekend, it stops trading, and I think from Sunday evening. That's what I've been checking. And eventually, it's on this chart here. Nobody tells me if it's live or not. However, on a Friday, it cuts off. That's interesting. You can, there's the time there, 17:45, and there you can choose your exchange there. Los Angeles, Chicago. This is 1 hour behind my time currently. You got Lima, Los Angeles -7 hours, Honolulu -10. Might be able to join you later. Cool, excellent. Well, thanks, Help Babe. Have a great afternoon. And then it's like real gold versus Bitcoin Gold 2.0. Yeah, I think it's on a different level, Bitcoin, to be honest with gold. Considering the gold price is only about $1,400 and Bitcoin's price is way above that. Okay, we're still 99. We're tracking at 9918. I want to see 5 figures there. Okay, gold, I'm going to leave that for now. Silver, well, the candle's looking good. Decent wick on both ends. Good buyers and selling demand is good. We've got 30 minutes left. Metal Bum there, he's obviously on top chat. I mean, you'd think that generally when you open up a live stream, it should automatically go to live chat. But for some bizarre reason, it goes to top chat, which makes no sense to me. But that's one of the funny gimmicks of YouTube, I suppose. Okay, so let's go here. Let's go to check the. Let's go to BTC. I'm going to just check Bitcoin out. See, it's going to break through that 10K barrier. 9925. Okay, when it hit 9930, and there was a pullback. So we're going to see if it's going to be rejected again. It's up almost $400 on the day. Okay, let's get straight in here now. Kicker shows gold 1395 and silver 1526. So that is pretty much it. We got gold at 1396.18 and silver at 1528.6. Okay, that is Bitcoin currently right now. There we go. It's loading. There's the candle. Okay, there it was. It was at that previous high over here, which was 1731. Okay, that's where that huge sell-off was over here, which brought the price down to 9682. It wasn't really a huge sell-off, but it was a sell-off all the same. Okay, there's more resistance here, so you can see there the wick at the top. That means there's still sellers in this area. And they pushed that price down to 9841. Okay, we're going back up 9927. Well, only Bitcoin I have are silver rounds. I always wondered if you could get the physical like coins for Bitcoin. So rather than having it on a digital format, if you could get the actual physical Bitcoin if you wanted to hold it, I think that would be awesome. I can hear cows. Yep. Well, I wouldn't say cows. There's crows there. Clinton S, that's crazy how hard Bitcoin is. I can't seem to get into it, but it looks really promising. I mean, this is just phenomenal. This is just from, was that the 20th of June? Look at that. It was at 9236 on the 20th, and it's currently at 99. And it's trying to break that 930 barrier. Check that huge wick there. Wow. Sorry, guys, I know I've just looked into this. I just want to try and see if it's going to get through that 930 barrier without selling. It's currently 9,900 and okay, 9,930. So there's still people battling it out there. 9932. We got silver at 1529. Well, 1529. Gold is at 1396. Got 10 minutes to go for the stream. That sounds so peaceful there. A lot better than Dublin City. Yeah. But we're in the middle of the country here, so there's not much going on. Very little cars going by. Oh, crows. Sorry. Sorry, coincidence. I thought you said cows there, but yeah, you were right. Bang on, crows. There it is. 91. Sorry, it's broken through 99440. Look at that. Look at that good candle there. 9940. You can also see over here, it's telling me exactly when people are buying and when they're selling, what they're trying to aim for. And this handy days range meter, so it's very strong on the, very bullish on the buy. Okay, it's dropped back to 9936. Silver holding in there at 1529. 13.96. Okay, so gold. There's still a few hours left, but I suspect gold hopefully can push through the 14. But there's going to be big resistance there at the 14 level. So if it can stay in the 13.90 range until next week, that would be great. As for silver, which is the tricky one, I was trying to get it, if it can get up to 15.40, but it doesn't look like there's any momentum there. So I can stay in the 15, pull it the 15.20 to 15.30 range. Let's see how well we get on. Okay, so I'm going to close that down. Okay, so we're going to get that. Oh, damn, it's gone straight to back to BTC. Okay, I'm going to get this changed now. Don't mind taking a vacation in Florida. Yeah, Florida, I'm sure, is beautiful. I suppose, and particularly in the summer. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to just go back into trade view here. So I shut down the main screen, so let's do trade view. Get that open. What we'll do is we'll keep that open for now, these top ones. There you go. That's an interesting headline there. It says, Bitcoin, are you ready for 20K? Bitcoin is ready. Okay, so we're going to go back to silver. No, that's not how you spell silver. Pittsburgh. Is that where you're from there, Clinton? Or did you just live there in Pittsburgh? RB, how are you doing, RB? Good to see you. Thank you for dropping in. Okay, we're still hovering around the 15.30 mark there for silver. Very well on yourself. I hope your day is going well on that side. Okay, so there we go. That's our silver detail. Still the candle, not much activity, just trading sideways. So we've got 5 minutes left. Data window, there it is. The high for the last 60 minutes, 15.31, and it's currently at 15.28.29, and the low has been 15.22. So we'll see. Hopefully, it can just maintain this level for now. We've got gold at 13.96. For those interested, Bitcoin is at 9.935. Born and raised in Pittsburgh. Okay, awesome, man. What do you guys, what would you like to see in regards to, I mean, obviously within the realistic expectations, where would you like to see your gold holdings or gold holding at? Likewise with silver, where do you expect to see silver based on current trends? Would you like to see, obviously a lot of people have said $17, $18. I think a lot of people would be happy with that. I'd certainly be happy with that. $17, $18 silver. Gold, I think there's a lot of potential in gold to move up higher. So above 1500, I think would be good. Would be a good start. Contract that says £15. Yep, still going. There's only closing off in about 4 minutes there, Coin Collector. Robbie Nationalist. £15 an ounce. What's that in euros? I suppose is that 15.50? €15, 50 cents or something like that. Silver Stang said, would love a 1400 plus gold. I remember when it was 1800. Yeah, that must have been something. Wow. I remember when I first bought gold there in 04, and I think the price was about £400, just under £500 an ounce. So very accessible. in relation to it being now, what's that? What, probably in pounds, what, £1,000 an ounce? That's basically doubled. Would be a nice tidy investment holding it on. Robbie National says silver about $20, gold about 1,500. Okay, so he agrees there with the gold price there. Conflict says 1680 for the euro. Oh, right, okay. I thought it was closer than that. Silver Stanger, I don't want. Premium's going too high. I'm still trying to buy. He's still trying to buy more. I suppose it's a fine balance though, but I suppose you've got to be in sometime. You can't sit on the sidelines waiting and then you're saying, yeah. It's like those that have missed the boat. When you're constantly saying, yeah, I'm going to buy in, I'm just waiting for it to get lower. Meanwhile, the price is constantly going up, and then you're like, oh, and then that's almost when you're almost rather than sitting clever and waiting for the drop, you're like, oh, I must get in now. Actually, geez, I've missed an opportunity here by $2 an ounce. Let me get in now. And then as you get in, the price goes, the price goes down. Mr. Doughboy 356. I'm going to be ending the stream in about 2 minutes. I hope you're well, my friend. Silver 1528. We've got gold there at 1396. Bitcoin still holding the 99 level. Oh, it's going down. Bitcoin's going down. 9906. 9901. 9896. Yeah, so it got rejected again. Okay, well, the bulls are going to keep trying out that, so it might just fall by a couple of hundred. Gold still holding in there, 1396. Not much happening there. Still very much a sideways movement. So there'll probably be some action in regards to where that's gonna go next week. But I'm hoping that we can. The resistance level is 1400. You can see there where it tested. The wicks tested the 1400, came back down. So I think if we stick around the 1390 level, I think will do us fine for next week. Silver is a bit of a tricky one. Hopefully we can maintain this level. We've still got a few hours of trading still. Ideally anything above 1520, I'd still be happy with. And then hopefully next week we can continue on forward momentum. Right. Mr. Doughboy says, just check, so it's that. Mr. Doughboy says, I've been in and out most of your stream. Okay, awesome. Well, thanks, Mr. Doughboy 356. Just to thank everybody, thanks very much for watching. Some shout outs now. So we've got Mr. Doughboy 356, Coin Collector, Silver Stanger, RB, Robbie Nationalist. We've got Clinton S, Coin Sense and Nonsense. We dropped in there. Metal Bum. We got Health Babe as well, who joined us earlier on. Clever Coin was here as well. Just want to thank you all. Bigfoot Silver, Hide and Seeker. We've come to an end here, so thank you very much. We got 5 seconds. We got 1396 for gold. Be interesting to see if that's going to end on 1400 by the end of the day. But anyway, that's it, guys. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll hopefully see you later on for the premiere. And then hopefully we can touch base then. We'll have a bit of a chat. It's about 20 minutes long. Set the reminder for that video. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like. If there's any feedback you guys want to add in after the video is uploaded, let me know. But I'll see you all on the next video, and have a great weekend wherever you are. And again, thanks for joining me on this live stream. Take care, everyone. I'll see you next time.